What if everything you know, your memories, your choices, even your sense of self, is just one version of infinite possibilities? What if you're not you, but just one of many versions spread across countless parallel universes? And here's the twist, you might already be slipping between them, without even realizing it. This isn't science fiction, this is real, cutting-edge science. The concept of parallel universes, or the multiverse, has long been a topic of science fiction, but in recent years, it has become a serious area of scientific exploration. Physicists, cosmologists, and philosophers are starting to believe that not only might parallel universes exist, but you may already be living in one or many. Let's begin with a groundbreaking idea from quantum mechanics, the many worlds interpretation, proposed by physicist Hugh Everett in 1957. This theory suggests that every time a quantum decision occurs, like a particle choosing one path over another, the universe splits. One version continues with the first outcome, and another universe branches off with the second. In other words, every possibility happens, but in separate, parallel realities. So, consider this, every decision you've ever made, every crossroad you faced, has created another version of you somewhere out there. There's a version where you took the job and one where you didn't. One where you said, "I love you," and one where you walked away. All these versions of you could be living simultaneous lives in parallel worlds, none aware of the other. But here's where it gets stranger. Some researchers believe that these alternate universes may not be completely sealed off. According to theories in quantum gravity and string theory, tiny leaks between universes might occur. These are called quantum decoherence anomalies, tiny glitches in our physical world that might hint at interference from another reality. Déjà vu, sudden memory gaps, or even those strange moments when reality feels off. Could these be signs that your consciousness has shifted between two parallel worlds? Take, for example, the Mandela Effect. It's a phenomenon where large groups of people remember historical events or facts differently from how they are documented. Some remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, hence the name, while in our current timeline, he was released and became president of South Africa. Others recall logos, movie quotes, or product names differently. Are these simply memory errors, or could they be evidence of reality blending, a crossover between different timelines? Another stunning clue comes from cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang. In 2015, NASA's Wilkinson Microwave Anisotropy Probe, WMAP, detected cold spots in this radiation. One hypothesis: these cold spots could be bruises, where our universe collided with another. Yes, a literal crash between parallel universes in the early cosmos. There's also the idea of brain theory, from string theory. It suggests that our universe exists on a three-dimensional membrane, floating within a higher dimensional space. Multiple such membranes, or brands, could float near each other like soap bubbles. Sometimes, they might bump, leading to strange cosmic phenomena, or even universe-hopping particles. Now let's take it one step further. Your consciousness. If reality is quantum-based, and consciousness arises from quantum processes in the brain, then it's possible, however speculative, that consciousness could shift across parallel realities. This means that your awareness might not be locked to a single timeline. Think about those moments when your life changes drastically overnight. A sudden job offer, a missed accident, a chance meeting that alters your future. Could these turning points be anchor points, where your conscious self jumped timelines? This also raises a deeper question. What is you? If infinite versions of you exist, are you the sum of your choices, or are you just one thread in an infinite tapestry? Some physicists argue that the universe we experience is just the one most compatible with our current state of awareness. But every version of you, in every possible variation, exists. You might be the version that chose to click this video, while another version went on with their day. Somewhere, another version of you is watching this same video, but under different circumstances, in a different place, at a different point in their life. And then there's the chilling possibility. What if you've already died, in another universe, and your awareness just continued on in the version where you survived? It's called the quantum immortality hypothesis, an idea that no matter what happens, your consciousness will always find a timeline where it continues. You'll never be aware of the realities where you perish, only the one where you go on living. If true, this would make death not an end, but a jump, a passage to another version of reality. Incredible, isn't it? Of course, many of these ideas remain theoretical. The multiverse is incredibly difficult to test directly. We can't yet peer into another universe, or measure the flow of consciousness across realities. But science is closing in. Particle accelerators like CERN's Large Hadron Collider are probing energy levels that could reveal hidden dimensions. Astronomers are mapping the structure of the universe with increasing precision, looking for anomalies that may hint at neighboring realities. And quantum computing could one day simulate entire universes, including ones with different versions of you. So, what does this all mean for you, right now? It means that your life isn't as fixed or limited as you think. Every choice you make spawns new possibilities. And maybe, just maybe, you're more powerful than you realize, not because you can see the multiverse, but because you're already part of it. You're not just living in a universe, you might be living through many. The person you are today is only one version, but out there, just beyond the edge of perception, there could be thousands more. And if even one of these theories turns out to be true, you've already been living in a parallel universe. But what if there is a part of you that does know? What if your subconscious mind, through dreams, gut feelings, or moments of intuition, is actually remembering experiences from parallel selves? Perhaps that déjà vu isn't just a glitch in your memory, but a memory from a version of you that made a different choice, in a different timeline. Think about your dreams. Have you ever woken up with emotions you couldn't explain? Faces you've never seen, but somehow knew. Places you've never visited, but felt completely familiar. Many believe dreams are windows into our subconscious. But what if they are more than that? What if they are glimpses, snapshots, from lives being lived by you, somewhere else? And if these realities are all happening at once, who are you, really? Are you a single identity bound to one body in one universe? Or are you a constantly shifting point of awareness, surfing an infinite ocean of yous? Maybe the reason we sometimes feel lost, disconnected, or as if we're not living the life we're meant to is because we aren't. Maybe a truer version of ourselves lies just a frequency away, in a parallel thread of time. Here's the mind-bending part. What if all these yous are not separate, but connected? A vast network of conscious points forming a greater, unseen self. This video isn't the only you that's curious. They're all watching. They're all asking the same question. What is real? And who is watching? So in the end, perhaps the biggest illusion is that there's only one you. So the next time life feels surreal, like something has shifted, maybe it has. Maybe you're not where you think you are. Maybe you've already crossed into another version of reality. And the wildest part, you may never know. Maybe you're not a person in a universe. Maybe you're a universe pretending to be a person for just one lifetime at a time.